First thing you did on your day out?
I got some pussy. Like, I had some chick come pick me up. I got with her, had her take me to the next chick, and then it was just like, you know. But after that first nut, it was kind of like, you know what I mean?
What about your first meal? Do you remember your first meal you had out?
It was actually a Subway sandwich. That's crazy you said that. It was actually a Subway sandwich. Because the prison I was at was in the middle of nowhere. So when they let me out, there was only certain things open. Yeah.
Now, how hard was it for you to adjust back into society once you got out?
It took a couple months to get back into the swing of things, and like the technology. Like I was going 5 years is really a long time when it comes to technology and everything. Like if you think about what you're doing now, texting and the pictures, you weren't really doing that 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? The internet. So I had a lot to get used to. I was actually in my cousin's car, and he had a heater on his seat, and I hadn't been used to that, and I thought I was tripping because the seat was getting hot and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I was sitting on. You know, when you're in prison, you real. What's the word I can use? Like, you real homophobic. Like being in the maximum security prison, you don't do nothing soft, suspect, like anything. So when I got in my cousin's car or whatever, you know, he had the seat warmers on, and I was really like just moving around like this the whole time. I didn't want to be like my ass is hot because that's not how you would talk. Me coming straight out of prison, it ain't no ass nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't describe no ass, you don't describe a man about his ass or anything. So I'm sitting there moving around, and he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you moving?" I'm like, "Man, my seat, my ass hot." He's like, "Turn off the heater." And I'm like, "What?" But for like 20 minutes, I'm sitting there like this. Like, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. And he's looking at me like, "Man, what the fuck is wrong with you?" So.
Now, for somebody just getting out of prison, what are maybe some do's and don'ts to readjust back into society?
Be patient. You gotta be patient. Like, you try to rush anything, it's not gonna go the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. You know, patience always wins the race. You know, they say the tortoise always wins the race. You gotta be patient with yourself. You try to force anything, I think, is when you run into a head-on collision with life. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you this, my last question. What would you change about the prison system if you could?
I don't think you should give more time for murder than you do dope. I mean, you give more time for dope than you do murder. Like, it's a lot of people in there. I know people who got 4 life sentences for trying to get some money. Then I know motherfuckers who got 10 years for killing somebody, or it's even scumbags in there who got, like, let's say 3-4 years for touching a kid. But if I get caught with a kilo, you don't give me life. But I just ruined, not only did I ruin my life, I just ruined the child's life and their parents and somebody else other than that. So I think like a lot of that should change.
All right, I know presidential election is going to be coming up in 2016, so there's a lot of candidate names and so on and so forth going on.
Yeah, they even had D's nuts up there.
Yeah, they did. But let me ask you this, since you went to prison, would someone like you ever be able to get voting rights restored?
You're supposed to after like 7 to 10 years without a crime. But I ain't reached that time limit yet, so.
Is that something you would look forward to, though?
Voting?
Yes. The ability to vote?
I haven't really thought about it because I haven't been able to since I've turned 18. I haven't had the opportunity to. And then my look on the system is like it doesn't matter anyway. Like I haven't seen anything positive come out of it.